Yo, what's up friends? I'm Shalazari and welcome back to Making Impossible, the channel that teaches you how to make the impossible and be the smartest person in the room. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you a very important technique in card magic. It's called the card copying technique. Now, if you don't know what a copying technique is, it's actually a partial palming technique of a playing card, which to me is one of the most natural palming techniques, and it has its advantages and disadvantages. We'll learn that in the tutorial, and it is one of the best palming techniques too because it actually helps you do a lot of things in a more natural way. So without any further ado, let's see how the palming technique looks like, and then we're going to know how it's done the easy way as well as the advanced way. So let's start our today's video. I'll feature one lucky Instagram user every Monday in my Smack That Monday episodes. If you want your Instagram profile or page to be featured in my next Smack That Monday episode, follow the simple steps that are given in the video description. So now, let's continue. Okay guys, this is what the copying technique is. So we have this deck of cards with the bottom card as the 5 of hearts, right? So all I'm going to do is at this point, I'm just going to take this deck of cards and I'm just going to wave it, and you can see the 5 of hearts disappeared, but it actually did not. The 5 of hearts is in my hand in this position. It is the cocked position. This is how the playing card is palmed. Now in this palm position, you can drop your hands by the side of your body just like that, because this is how naturally a hand actually stays by the side of your body. So in that way, this is one of the best palming techniques because it keeps your hand in the best natural position. Now let's see how you can do this palming technique. Okay guys, this is how this copying is done. Now for copying a playing card, at first you need to know where to exactly copy a playing card in your palm. So you have this playing card, and if you have this playing card on your hand, you just need to push it inside with your index finger a little bit, just up to this point, and this is the perfect point for copying the playing card, because right now you can keep your hand in a natural position and the card will stay from this point with the middle finger right over here, and it will just bend downwards. And if you keep your hand just like that, nobody's going to see that the card is present inside your hand, palmed inside your hand, right? And as I told you, it's a partial palming because the card is actually sticking outside from the back side of your hand. So that's the location of your card palming while you are going to copy the playing card. But if you feel a little bit nervous about copying the card right over here, then you can actually go a little bit more bottom, but not entirely, because if you go entirely to the bottom, the spectators are going to get a peek of the card from the bottom of your hand. So you have to keep the card either here or either here, depending up to your choice where you can actually keep it firmly. That's up to you. Now after you know in which location you have to palm the card in your hand, you have to know in which way you have to palm the card. That is, if you want to palm the card face down or faced up. Okay, so if you want to palm the card face down, you have to keep the deck of cards face down because you are actually copying from the bottom of the deck. So if you keep the deck of cards face down just like that and then palm the card from that position, copy the card from that position, then you're actually copying it in the face down position. But if you need to cop a card face up, then you have to control that card to the top. That's obvious. And then you have to turn this deck over, and then you can just cop the top card whichever you want. So after you know in which way you can palm the card, you have to know how to get into the cop position from the deck of cards. Now first of all, there is the most easy way to get into the cop position. That is, you are holding the deck of cards and you're placing the deck of cards right here on the palm, and then you're sliding the rest of the deck except for the bottom card. That means the bottom card actually sticks with your hand because of friction, and the rest of the card goes ahead, and then you actually get into the palming position. So that's how you do it, and you actually get into the palming position very easily. That's the most simple way. And a little bit advanced way is, when you're having this deck of cards, you're actually showing this face to the spectator, and as you're turning this face to the spectator, what you're doing is, on the bottom, you're using your index finger to pinch the bottom card, and as you pinch the bottom card inside, the bottom card bends downwards, and you're going to use that bend to push that card inside with the help of your index finger. You're pushing that card inside just like that, and getting into the cocked position in no time. That's what I did in the performance. So one more time in slow motion, you're having this deck of cards just like that, and in exposed view, sorry, in slow motion and exposed view, you're having this deck of cards just like that, and then you're going to pinch this playing card, and then you're going to just push it inside with the help of your index finger and pretend to square up the deck just like that, and the card is actually copped in your hand just like that. Now you can drop your hand by the side of your body. Nobody is going to suspect you because that is the natural position of your hand, unless you are a zombie or any other creature from any other planet. Your hand is not going to be in a straight position. None of our hand, if you're a human being, none of our hand is actually in a straight position just like that when your hand is dropped by the side of your body. That looks very unnatural. So when our hands are by the side of our body, the hands stay like this, right? So if we actually cop the playing card, right, if we actually cop the playing card, then if we keep our hands just by the side of our body, it looks normal, right? And as it looks normal, nobody's going to suspect, but you actually have the card in the cocked position. And that's how you can also do card stealing techniques, right? And as far as the cop goes, as I showed you in the exposed view, you have to pinch the card to bend it and then push it inside and then pretend to square up the deck. You're squaring the card from the actual point of view of the spectator. It should look somewhat like this. You actually show this side of the card, then as you pinch the bottom card and push it backwards, you can see that card will be visible from this side. So as you push it backwards, at the same time you have to just hold your you have to just tilt your deck to the spectator just like that, from this position to this position, and as you do that, this card coming out will be hidden. So let me show you one more time. The card, I'm going to push it and I'm going to actually turn this hand, turn this deck or tilt this deck towards the spectator, show this edge of the deck towards the spectator just like that. And then I'm going to pretend to square up the deck and the deck, and that's how I'm going to cop the card into my palm. So that's the advanced way, but if you want to do it easily, you can just keep the deck in your hand and then you can just cop the card just like that. And that's what I did in the first place, as I showed you this simple one. That is, you keep the deck right over here and push the rest of the cards except for the bottom card, which sticks to your hand because of friction, and that's how you keep the card in that position and cop it immediately. So that's how you actually cop a playing card. Now obviously, whenever you're going to cop a playing card from the top of the deck or from the bottom of the deck, that side should be facing the palm or should be intact with the palm of the hand. And in case if you want to cop a playing card which is at the center of the deck, you have to just control it to the bottom of the deck, and depending up to your choice, if you want to control it, if you want to cop it face up, then you have to just control it to the top and then cop it face up. And if you want to cop it face down in the natural way that everybody does, you can control that playing card to the bottom of the deck and you can just cop it right away. So that's how you have to just that's how the copying is done, and that's how you can cop any playing card. Now there are also quite a few things that you need to know while you're copying the playing card. That is, it is angle sensitive because it is not a full palming of a playing card. In a full palming of a playing card, the thing is you actually palm the playing card just like that in your hand, but your hand looks unnatural because the fingers are closed, and that is one disadvantage of the normal palming of the playing card. So if you're actually copying the playing card just like that, then what is happening is your hand looks natural, and as well as your fingers are kept at a normal distance as you keep your hand just like that, and you can keep your hand relaxed in a relaxed position. That is what the advantage of the copying position is. But there are other disadvantages. That is, if you have spectators on the extreme left and extreme right of yours, because since the card is in a partial palm position, it is always sticking out from your palm from the back side or from the inside of your palm, whatever you want to say. That you can say it as an in jog of a card that is sticking towards you. And if you have spectators on the extreme left and the extreme right, they are going to see the card that is sticking up, that is sticking outside from your palm. So if there are spectators at the right, they're going to see get a glimpse of the card that you are actually holding the card. If they are at the left, they are going to see that the card is sticking out from your palm. So you have to be very careful in which environment you are going to use this move, because you're going to use this move when the spectator is at your exact front, or maybe a little bit to your right, or a little bit to your left. You have to understand that, and you have to practice enough in front of a mirror to actually understand how or when or in which position or in which gesture you have to cop the playing card, so that you can utilize this move to the fullest, because this is one of those moves which will uh, take your sleight of hand techniques to the next level while you need to steal a card, or maybe just make the card vanish from the deck while you're giving this deck of cards to them. You can just steal that card from the deck of cards, and you can just drop your hand where you're going to steal the card. You can drop that hand by the side of your body, and nobody is going to suspect you of doing anything suspicious. So that is one major advantage of this move, but it also has angle issues. Obviously, anything that is good will also have a little bit of bad in it. So that's what you need to keep your mind while you're practicing, about the angles and about your performance. Now, there's one more important thing that you need to know, that you cannot be nervous while using this move. You have to be wholly relaxed. If you're nervous that if the spectator sees your card, if the spectator sees your card, or is your card is visible to other spectators who are at the side, if you are just like that, if you're thinking like that, you won't be relaxed and you will mess up the entire trick. Your hand will become shaky, and you can't actually utilize this move to the fullest. So you need to be relaxed while you're using this move, and you have to be very much confident, and for that you have to have a lot of practice and perform it in front of your friends, whom you can always mess up in front of. Like, I learned magic tricks by messing up a lot, and that is to only one or two friends, and the other friends, they don't even know that I used to mess up like this. They don't even know any secrets of it, but only two friends of mine actually knows it very well, because I messed up a lot of these tricks in front of them, and that's how I learned, and that's how they have become more skeptical, and that's how I improve, because they say that they can recognize my move, and I always try to make it unrecognizable. So that's how you need to perform magic or perform any move whenever you're going to use it. So that's it for the tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did so, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Shoelazari. Also, if you have any questions, you can use the comment section for that, and don't forget to subscribe to my other channel, which is a pretty savage channel. I post entertaining videos and gameplays over there, and the link to that channel will be given right in the description box as well as in the cards. And don't forget to smash the subscribe button of this channel if you're not a subscriber yet, and turn on the post notifications so that you don't miss my upcoming videos and my future Smack That Monday episodes. Peace.